California 2049, a replicant detective, Officer K, travels to a farm operated by a Nexus 8 replicant named Sapper Morton. Sapper knows K is there to bring him in or retire him. He takes out a knife to attack K before throwing him through a wall. After a fight, K prepares to retire Sapper, who says he knows what K is and mentions that he has never witnessed a miracle before. K shoots Sapper dead.
Because you've never seen a miracle.
K leaves the house and reports to his superior, Lieutenant Joshi. One of K's scanners then picks up a box buried next to a tree outside Sapper's house. Case undergoes a post-trauma baseline test to ensure he hasn't been emotionally compromised and can continue to perform his duties without complications. He goes to his apartment that he shares with Joy,
I told you not to fuss.
a holographic program that serves as K's girlfriend. He gives her an emanator so that she can be with him outside the apartment. They go outside in the rain when Kay receives a message from Joshi regarding the contents of the box. Kay returns to the station where Joshi and two forensics experts examine what was inside the box, the bones and hair of a woman who died giving birth to her child. A replicant serial number is then spotted on the bones, to the surprise of Joshi. She orders Kay to find the child and retire it for fear of what might happen should the child fall into the wrong hands. Kay goes to the Wallace Corporation to identify the replicant using the DNA samples provided. Kay meets Wallace's replicant assistant Louv, and they play a recorded message from the replicant's memory archive. The replicant was Raquel, and the man she is heard speaking to was Rick Deckard. Kay meets with Deckard's old partner Gaff. Gaff says that Deckard has long since retired, finally being alone like he always wanted. Wallace creates a new female replicant that he quickly kills shortly after she is born.
But there is a child. Bring it to me.
He has learned about the child born from Raquel and a human, something he has not been able to do himself with other female replicants, in an attempt to expand his brand off-world. Wallace orders Louv to go out and follow Kay as he looks for the child. In the city, a replicant named Fraser alerts 3 human prostitutes to Kay's presence. The 3 approach him, but he is not interested in either of them. One of the girls, Mariette, stays behind to chat with Kay briefly.
Oh, you don't even smile.
Louv gets into the police department's forensics lab to recover Raquel's bones. One of the doctors, Coco, sees her, and she kills him by chopping the back of his neck. Kay returns to Sapper's farm where he finds date written down somewhere, June 10th, 21. This triggers a memory involving a wooden toy horse. He then burns down Sapper's house. When he gets back home, he mentions the date to Joy, who says Kay has told her this story. The memory in question shows Kay as a young boy being chased by another group of boys at an orphanage, who wanted the toy horse. He threw it in a furnace and was beaten afterwards. Kay flies to a junkyard with Joy to locate the source of the memory. Scavengers hook onto Kay's vehicle with a kite, which gets hit by lightning and causes it to crash down. The scavengers try to attack Kay, but he manages to fight back and kill a few. Missiles then start raining down, sent by Louv to get the scavengers away from Kay. He then proceeds further through the yard to find a group of children in an orphanage. The head of the orphanage, Mr. Cotton, finds Kay and leads him to the furnace where he finds the toy horse that was thrown in there. The same date is written on its hoof. Back home, Kay analyzes 2 birth records he recovered, with Joy looking on with him. When he finds a match, he determines that boy and girl twins were born, but only the boy survived. Kay visits Dr. Anastelline, a memory designer contained in a room behind a glass wall. She explains to Kay how she can implant memories, but it is illegal to do so on replicants. Anna demonstrates her work by creating a scenario involving kids at a birthday party. With this information, Kay starts to think the memory of the toy horse is really his own, and that he might be Raquel's son. Kay undergoes the baseline test again, but fails it this time. Joshi suspends Kay before he lies to her and says that his mission to retire the child has been completed. Kay returns home where Joy has invited Mariette to come over, so that Joy may sink herself to Mariette's body for Kay to enjoy a more authentic experience with her. After Kay sleeps with Mariette, she plants a tracking device in his jacket. Lou finds Joy in her office and questions her over Kay's whereabouts. Joy pours herself a drink, but Louvre crushes the glass in Joy's hand. Joy won't say a word and knows what's about to happen. Louvre stabs Joy to death and uses her body to get into her security system to locate Kay. Kay visits a man called Doc Badger to inspect the toy horse. It is discovered that the horse contains traces of radiation that lead Kay to his next location. Kay goes to the ruins of Las Vegas. He comes across a large home with a booby trap that he manages to step over. Kay sees a dog and then hears the voice of Deckard from behind him. Deckard aims a gun at Kay's head. Kay gets away from Deckard and runs into a room that features holographic projections of Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe. Deckard fights Kay until they decide to stop and have a drink. Kay asks Deckard about Raquel and what they did with their child. Deckard says he left the child at the orphanage for fear over what someone like Wallace would do to the child if they found out how it was born. Before Deckard can say more, Louvre and other Wallace agents arrive and attack. Deckard is taken while Louvre crushes Joy's emanator to get rid of her, and she leaves Kay for dead. Deckard is brought to the Wallace Corporation to speak with Wallace in helping him with continuing replicant reproduction. He even brings out a replicant made to look like Raquel to convince him. Deckard refuses, and Louvre executes the Raquel copy. Can is found thanks to the tracking device. He meets the Replicant Freedom Movement team, led by Fresia, with Mariette being part of it as well. Fresia says she knows of the child, revealing it to be a girl. From all the clues mentioned earlier, it is shown that Anna is really Deckard and Raquel's daughter, with Kay being somewhat disappointed that it wasn't him. He realizes that she really did implant a memory of hers in his mind, making him a complete replicant. Fredia then tells Kay to prevent Wallace from learning any more of replicant reproduction, even if it means killing Deckard. Kay is walking alone back home when he sees a gigantic holographic ad for another Joy program. It appears as though she is really speaking to him, even if he knows it's not true.
You look lonely. I can fix that.
This does end up inspiring him to go complete his task. Louvre takes Deckard to head to one of Wallace's off-world outposts to torture him. Kay intervenes and sends their flight pods down near a body of water. Kay fights Wallace's goons before going to save Deckard. Louvre attacks and fights Kay, stabbing him in the side. The pods then start to take in water, with Deckard going under. Kay gains the upper hand and holds Louvre underwater until she drowns. He then pulls Deckard out but makes it look like he died so that Wallace can't find him. Kay takes Deckard to Anna's office so he can finally meet her. As Deckard walks inside, Kay lies down on the steps to look up at the falling snow, knowing his wounds are fatal. Deckard comes upon Anna's room and stares in astonishment as he sees his daughter for the first time.